I wanted to talk to you today about the truth about sobriety, or at least my perception of the truth, because sobriety or recovery of any form is really personal to each person, and we're all going to have different feelings towards it. But this is what I think, because, it's my YouTube channel. So I often get questions from people who are just starting their sobriety journey. And a running theme is, how long until I feel better? Or, I've been sober for 30 days now and I don't feel any different. There seems to be this belief, and I can absolutely understand where this belief has come from, mostly from social media and digesting content that is, if you stop drinking, your life will be amazing overnight. If you stop drinking, your skin will get better. Your sleep will get better. You will achieve everything that you've ever wanted to achieve. You will feel great. All your relationships will be fixed. Boom, done. Well done, you've completed life. And while those things do happen when you stop drinking, especially if you're a heavy drinker and it's having like a massive effect on your life, this stuff doesn't happen overnight. My favourite quote, and I can't actually remember who said it, it's that much of my favourite quote that I can't remember the person who actually formed the words. But one of my favourite quotes is, success is the small sum of efforts repeated day in, day out. And that means doing a little bit day by day, and over the course of a long time, all those little efforts will add up into a big change. And the truth about sobriety is that in many cases, it's not going to change your life overnight, In fact, quite often it gets a little bit worse before it gets better, because once you stop drinking, you're left with all of your emotions that you've been avoiding for years on end. And then all of a sudden they're back with a vengeance, and then you've got to deal with them, and you can't drink to get rid of the edge, In my experience, when I stopped drinking, it took me maybe about 6 months until I started to feel okay in myself, and think maybe I can actually live a sober life. I didn't know what to expect. All I knew was that if I didn't stop drinking, then I was going to die. I was going to either drink myself to death, or I was going to be in such a hole of depression I just off myself. I also didn't know what my long-term goals were. I just knew that I was messed up. I needed to heal. I needed to recover. I needed to get my life together. And then I couldn't do that if I was still drinking. So that's why the drinking was the first thing to go. What I'm saying is, if you are about to embark on a journey of sobriety, I think it's really important to have realistic expectations for yourself. I think a lot of the content around sobriety on social media is a little bit dangerous. Because when people do get sober, they stop drinking, and then they're a few months down the line and they're still feeling mentally unwell, and that all these improvements haven't happened in their life yet, people might start to think they're doing it wrong, or they're beyond help, or they're just never going to get better, so why bother? But the fact of the matter is, nothing is going to change overnight. Nothing in life, whether it be sobriety journey, a fitness journey, a journey into being a full-time content creator, which I'm on right now and I'm very frustrated with because I'm not a superstar yet. These things, they take time. Nothing changes overnight. What is it they say? Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was sobriety. I think it's all part of trusting the process. And I think I'm telling myself that as much as I'm saying this into the camera, because nothing changes overnight. Nothing ever has and ever will, because we have to build on these things, especially when it comes to drinking. Because if you've spent, in my case, this was the truth, if you've spent 10 years getting drunk every day, it does a lot of damage. Being in a state of intoxication. Jesus Christ. For someone who was so intoxicated for such a long period of time, you'd think I would have learned how to say the word. But if you have been intoxicated every day for the last 10 years, that's a lot of damage. It isn't going to be undone overnight. I'm 3.5 years sober now, and I still consider myself a sober baby. I know nothing. That's not true. I know a couple of things, but I have so much further to go on this journey, and I've got so much to learn. I've got so many places to go. I feel like I've just scratched the surface, really. And I am sober, but oh my God, life is not a dream. It really isn't. But there are so many things that I do have in my life that I wouldn't have if I was still drinking, if I was still spending every weekend in a stranger's kitchen, you know, rubbing my nose up and down on a dusty mirror. There is so much in my life that I wouldn't have now if I was still doing that. So the truth about sobriety, it takes time. Unfortunately, there are no quick fixes. So if you have put down the drink and you're not feeling great about yourself, you're still struggling, life isn't all sunshine and rainbows, there's nothing wrong with you. You're just on your own journey.